Welcome back to another episode of my raw vegan journey. I'm Anjolie, and actually it's my raw vegan fruitarian journey. So tonight I'm going to be making a pasta, but it's a veggie pasta. I'm going to be using a cucumber and a zucchini, and I'm going to be making a tomato sauce to go with it, with avocado. And let's just dive right in, shall we? So for starters, I want to peel the cucumber because the peeling in this will not work. And I have this beautiful gadget. You can get this from Amazon. It's a two-sided peeler. It's one side peels straight and the other side is a julienne peeler. Let's get that up there so you can see that. Yeah, it's pretty nice. I'm going to be using this to make my noodles. Usually I have normally I use this. This is a Rawzetti. Didn't sound right, did it? It's a spiralizer, and what it does is it makes zucchini noodles. Be right back. But for this, I want smaller zoodles, so I'm going to be using this. A small mixing bowl, we are going to switch to the other side, and we're just going to go like so. Okay, I did that right down to where the seeds are. Once you get to the seeds, the noodles aren't going to be all that nice. And then I can just slice this for dipping later or something. We're going to do the same thing with our zucchini. The outer peels of the zucchini and the cucumber can be a little bit bitter. So if you don't want that bite, you can just discard. You can keep it if you like. You can eat the peel if you like the peel. I just don't want a tough peel because I'm making like a spaghetti, but a Rawzetti, sort of. So I'm getting rid of the peels for this dish. Oops. Same thing for the zucchini, right down to the seeds. We'll set that aside. And look at this. We have a very nice spaghetti type. Yum. Okay, I'm going to set that aside. Next, I am going to cut some tomatoes, and these are going to go in the blender to make my dressing. Now, if you're a novice at cutting stuff in the kitchen, they have some gloves that you can wear that will keep you from getting cut. Now, I use these on days when I know my hand-eye coordination isn't the greatest. So always be safe when cutting your vegetables. So we're going to stick those into the blender. And I'm using, that one wanted to get away. I'm using 4 Roma tomatoes. And I'm just cutting that little top off where the stem part is. And I'm quartering them and then cutting them in a few pieces there. I'm going to put my blender on low and we're going to get this blended up. To this, I'm going to add some onion, a little bit of garlic and dill, and a pinch of pink salt. Actually, it's going to be about half a teaspoon. Thank you. Half a teaspoon of pink salt. And I'm probably just putting about this much, can you see that? Onion powder. It's not a lot. Put about that much garlic. And about that much dill. That's probably about a half tablespoon. Yummy. Well, now we're going to try to find an avocado. Make sure when you go to the grocery to always wash your produce with, especially during this wonky year, you want to wash everything really well with soap and water and rinse it well. I'm going to learn how to put my phone on Do Not Disturb when I'm making these videos. Bear with me. We're back with the avocado. Let's hope it's a good ripe one. Oh yeah, nice. Only one little bad spot. Okay, so for this meal, I'm going to actually use 1/4 of the avocado. Now I can get a weight for you. If you're counting your calories and your fat intake, this is going to weigh right in probably about an ounce. Let's find out for sure. Peel that back. Oh, 1.34 ounce. So that's like maybe 5 grams of fat in the whole meal. You could actually put more if you want. And I'm going to taste it first to see if I want more. And you always want to put the avocado last because it's going to thicken your dressing. That looks good. Let's have a taste test. Try it. Boom. Oh yeah, very dilly. I think I'm going to put a little bit more avocado. Maybe add that much more. minus that little bad spot. And that one. Oh, that is yummy. Oh, so yummy. Let's just set that aside for a minute. And what I'm going to do next is grab some celery that I forgot. I'm just nipping off the ends of the celery, you know, the part that gets kind of dry and crusty looking, and the part where the root would be. And I'm actually going to slice these longwise in half because they're kind of big. And I just want little crunchy bits. This could be a good replacement for, like, if you ever ate breadcrumbs on your salad. Not breadcrumbs, what were they called? The little toasted bread things. I'll think of it. Croutons. Yes, thank you. I knew someone would send me that message. We're just going to chop those into tiny little pieces, well, dicing more so. Ever so mindful to watch those fingers. Okay, we're going to add that into our bowl. Minus the hair. And then I've got these hair. These wonderful cherry tomatoes. We'll dice those, or we'll slice those. I'm going to slice them about twice to make 3. Actually, these are grape tomatoes, not cherry tomatoes. Everything that is in this dish is organic except for the avocado. And the funny thing is, as much as I would like to buy organic avocados, I've never really had much luck with them. By the time they ripen, they're rotten. So I just pick and choose my battles. I get the commercial avocados, and they seem to be fine for me. Now, you know what else will be good in here? Some pickle. Ta-da! Yum. I like Bubby's pickles. They're not exactly optimum for your health, but because I've been told through research that pickles, anything that's been fermented or pickled in vinegar, does not digest. So your body kind of just tries to spit it out real quick. But I still like the pickles, and as I mentioned in most of my videos, I am actually in transition to getting to an optimal diet. And some of these things are just, you know, they're on their way out in my time. You know, and you always want to take your time, unless it's an extreme emergency, like you really need to change your diet like yesterday. or 2 months ago, I would suggest taking your time and let your body adjust, because there's something called the Herxheimer reaction. And what happens then is, if you go completely healthy, your body detoxes too fast. When you're eating a healthy fruit diet, fruits and tender leafy greens, and these are considered fruits. All of the stuff that I've been putting in here is a fruit. Cucumber is a fruit. Zucchini is a fruit. Tomato is a fruit. They're just non-sweet fruits. Okay? So, but anytime that you go on or you change your dietary lifestyle, it allows your body to start healing. But if you make the changes too extreme and sudden, then your body is going to dump a lot of toxins, and it's not going to be able to handle it, and it's going to make you feel way worse than you did before you made the changes. So take your time. Okay? All right. Now, I'm just going to use my fork. I'm going to kind of stir this all up. And dump in the sauce. And yes, all that sauce goes on here. This is like guilt-free. There's, like I said, there's only like maybe 6 grams of fat, 6 or 7 grams of fat total. And if you're on an 80-10-10 lifestyle, we get 10% of our calories from fat, 10% protein from our 10% of our protein calories, 10% of our protein from our total calories, and 80% carbs. Well, this definitely meets the 80-10-10 diet protocol. So good. Set that aside. I'm just going to give this a good stir. And it's going to start looking like spaghetti here in a minute. And I like to put the tomatoes in, the little grape tomatoes, because, you know, when I was eating a cooked diet, I liked spaghetti and meatballs. So I liked having that feeling of something to chew besides the noodles. And so putting the tomatoes and the celery and all that in there kind of gives it that yum. Plate this up. It's supper time. And yes, I'm going to eat the whole thing. Look at that. Isn't that just dreamy? Mwah. Bon appetit! And cut!